What's up, YouTube? Got some wild news today, and it's definitely one for the history books. Nicki Minaj is back in the spotlight, and this time, she's coming for none other than Jay-Z. That's right, the queen of rap has accused Jay-Z of owing her a mind-blowing $200 million. So, how did we get here? What exactly is going on between these two? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down in detail. So, here's the deal. Nicki Minaj recently took to Twitter, now known as X. And in a series of tweets, she claimed that Jay-Z owes her anywhere between $100 million and $200 million. I know. Sounds crazy, but Nicki isn't backing down from her statements. In one tweet, she wrote, "Jay-Z, call me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest." And if that wasn't enough, she followed up by saying anyone who still calls him a hoe will be dealt with by God for their blasphemy. Now, that is a serious accusation, but the drama doesn't stop there. Nicki didn't just put out these cryptic tweets and leave it at that. Oh no, she made it crystal clear that she felt shortchanged by Jay-Z, particularly over the sale of Tidal, the streaming platform he launched in 2015. For those who may not know, Jay-Z's Tidal was supposed to be a revolutionary platform, one where artists would have more control and a bigger cut of the profits. It seemed like a huge win for artists, with big names like J. Cole, Rihanna, and yes, Nicki Minaj becoming involved with equity in the company. Now, here's where things get interesting. In 2021, Jay-Z sold Tidal to Jack Dorsey's Square for around $300 million. Nicki says she was left with a payout of just $1 million. Can you imagine that? After all the years of being involved in Tidal and helping to promote it, she gets $1 million, while Jay-Z walks away with hundreds of millions. According to Nicki, that's not just unfair, it's wrong, okay? And she's demanding what she feels she's owed. It's not the first time. Nicki has spoken out about Tidal and her dissatisfaction with the deal. Last year, she reposted fans' complaints about her deal with Jay-Z's company. Fans were voicing their frustrations, saying that Jay-Z should have paid Nicki Minaj her fair share of the Tidal profits. Nicki, in turn, liked and quoted the post with just an emoji, which many fans took as confirmation that she, too, felt the same way. And it didn't end there. Nicki has also made it clear that she plans to do something positive if she ever sees this money. She mentioned in her tweets that she wants to use some of the money Jay-Z allegedly owes her to send her fans to college. She specifically mentioned using her Student of the Game charity to help pay for the education and student loans of her diehard supporters, her Barbs. It's a pretty noble cause considering that Nicki has often spoken about the importance of education and giving back to her community. But of course, the underlying issue is that she still feels Jay-Z hasn't done right by her now. For those of you wondering, why now? Why is Nicki coming after Jay-Z at this moment? Well, there's actually a bigger picture here. Nicki's frustration with Jay-Z seems to stem from more than just Tidal. Recently, Nicki Minaj has been very vocal on social media about a variety of topics, including Jay-Z's role in hip-hop and his business dealings. She's gone as far as to say that Jay-Z has ruined hip-hop, football, basketball, and even social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter. She's essentially calling out Jay-Z for his influence on the culture and the way he's handled business, and the way that business has affected artists like her. In one of her tweets, she wrote, "Dear Jay-Z, you ruined hip-hop. You ruined football. You ruined basketball. You ruined touring. You ruined Instagram. You ruined Twitter. The jig is up." Now, that's a lot of heavy accusations in one sentence, don't you think? It seems like Nicki feels that Jay-Z, with all his power and influence, has impacted the culture negatively. And while these are obviously very personal feelings she has towards Jay-Z, it also sheds light on the way many artists have felt in the wake of the Tidal sale. She's definitely not the only one who's expressed frustrations with how artists are treated in the industry. Let's talk about the political angle for a moment, because Nicki didn't stop there. She's been quite outspoken on her views about Jay-Z's political involvement as well. Specifically, Nicki has been questioning why Jay-Z hasn't used his platform to support Black causes in the same way that other celebrities have. For example, She pointed out that Jay-Z didn't publicly campaign for Kamala Harris when she was running for vice president. She asked why Jay-Z didn't step up when President Obama made his famous speech about the state of black men in America. Nicki seemed to feel that Jay-Z's political silence during those moments was a missed opportunity for him to make a stand for the black community. But let's be clear. Here, Nicki isn't just criticizing Jay-Z in an isolated vacuum. She's also drawing attention to the fact that many artists, particularly black artists, feel like they've been left behind by the very people who should be their allies. She's calling out Jay-Z for being too silent, too passive when it comes to advocating for the community that helped build his empire. These aren't just accusations. They're reflections of larger systemic issues that artists like Nicki, who've worked their way to the top, face on a daily basis. And the story doesn't stop at Jay-Z. Nicki has been very vocal about the industry and the way artists are treated. She's used her platform to address the systemic issues within the music industry, pointing out how artists, especially women, are often underpaid and mistreated. Nicki has been very public about feeling like she's been sidelined at times. And this situation with Jay-Z seems to be the culmination of her frustration with not only him, but the way the industry works as a whole. Now, let's talk about the media side of things. Nicki has expressed frustration that her claims aren't getting the coverage they deserve. She's made it clear that she feels media outlets are biased and aren't willing to dive into the full story. Nicki claims that the blogs and online creators are too eager to tear her down but won't cover her side of the story. When it comes to the back and forth with Jay-Z, it's an interesting dynamic because Nicki is no stranger to controversy. But this time, she feels like the media isn't being fair or even-handed when it comes to her accusations. And on the flip side, some fans and critics are questioning why Nicki is airing all of this publicly. Why go to Twitter, of all places, to settle what seems to be a legal and financial dispute? It's a valid question. If someone owed me $200 million, I'd be taking them to court, not airing it out on social media for the world to see. But Nicki seems to feel that this is the only way to get attention and possibly the justice she feels she deserves. Whether this approach will work or not remains to be seen. So where do we go from here? Well, this isn't going to blow over any time. Soon, Nicki Minaj is one of the most powerful voices in hip-hop, and when she speaks, people listen. Whether you agree with her or not, it's clear that Nicki is frustrated with how things have gone down with Jay-Z, and she's not backing down. She's calling him out on a grand scale, and with the stakes as high as they are, we could see more twists in this story as it develops. In the end, this whole situation has sparked a much larger conversation about the treatment of artists, the role of power in the music industry, and the responsibilities of influential figures like Jay-Z. It's not just about the $200 million. It's about the way artists are often left fighting for their fair share, even after all they've done for the culture. So what do you think? Do you think Jay-Z owes Nicki? Or is she just playing the game? We want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on this saga. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.